are you? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, let me turn on the light. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. So this video is gonna be kind of interesting, I guess. And there's one topic I really want to talk about, but I don't want to just sit in front of the camera, you know, and talk about it. So I'm gonna take you guys to one of the places that kind of, I don't know, that's the place where I truly realized what I want to do, where I truly realized that I need to change my life and travel more and be happy and get myself happy and figure out what makes me happy. So that was the place where like it all clicked for me, I guess, and I want to share it with you guys. So we're gonna go there and I will show you guys around and we'll talk about some things, some personal things and some other things, and I don't know, I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a good video. It's a good topic to talk about, and it's a very beautiful place. So let's get going. So we are in Tryon Creek State Park in Lake Oswego, Oregon, and the reason why I decided to come here today and show you guys this place is because I used to live in Lake Oswego and I used to work in Lake Oswego, so this was very close to me, and this is the place where I always came to kind of get away and think and clear my mind and like find myself almost. And this place is very important to me because this is the place where it kind of clicked for me. It clicked for me that what I'm doing in my life doesn't make me happy. What I'm doing in my life is not the right thing for me. And it's clicked for me here that I need to do whatever makes me happy in order for me to live a fulfilling life. So the reason why I wanted to do this video and talk specifically about this topic is because I was watching a video on YouTube and I was reading through the comments, and there's one comment that really stood out to me. And this person was saying how all van dwellers, all nomads and RVers and anybody who lives in some sort of vehicle and travels or even stays in the same spot is not happy, and the only reason why doing that is because they either think it will make them happy or it's because it's trendy, but in reality they're not happy. And if they were to live in the house and live a normal life, you know, coming home every day and getting the same paycheck every day and doing the same thing every day, that would make them happy. And to me it kind of like really stuck out to me, and it kind of, I started asking myself, are all van dwellers truly happy? And does van life or living in an RV makes a person truly happy? Obviously, I can't really answer that question for all nomads and all van dwellers, but I can answer it for myself and kind of speak from my experience and my story. Do I go on a big fur trail or do I go on a country trail? So everybody is different, every person is different, everybody has different needs, everybody has different wants, everybody has different things that make them happy, and everybody has different things that fulfills their lives. So for one person to sit there and say how all van dwellers are not happy without ever talking to them, without knowing them, and basing their opinion based on what they see online, it's kind of, I don't know, stupid, maybe? started by following that society would tell me to do, or what I thought was like a thing to do, right? I went to college, I got a degree, I got an amazing job, I had an amazing apartment in this area, which is quite expensive, and I had everything that you would think a person would want and need. But every night when I would go to sleep, I would still find myself not truly happy. You know, I would buy a new thing or hang out with friends, and yes, I was happy during those times, but by the end of the day, when I would go to sleep, I wasn't happy. So I would come here to this amazing, beautiful park, and I walk around and I would try to figure it out, and I would try to clear my head and try to dig deep and try to figure out what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? And to me, traveling makes me happy. Seeing new places makes me happy. You know, not knowing what's gonna happen tomorrow, that's adventure, I guess, or the not knowing part, it gets me excited and it gets me happy, and I was missing that. And I realized that I need to be moving, I need to be traveling. And I think the reason why I need that in my life to keep me happy is because I traveled all my life. I grew up traveling. Me and my family would travel all the time to all different countries in Europe. You know, growing up in Moscow, everything is so close together that going to Italy and then going to Spain and then going to Egypt and Turkey was easy and cheap and exciting. So we did that all the time. So coming from constantly traveling and seeing new places to being in one place and doing the same thing every day, it was weird, and it didn't make me happy. So I had to make a change for myself, and that's why I decided to do van life. That's why I decided to give up certain things. So I decided to give up the security of having an apartment and the security of, you know, all of that normal lifestyle, that everybody is doing, so I can make myself happy. I decided to take that step and try it out. Obviously, this lifestyle is not for everybody, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how van life is amazing and it's better than living in a traditional house and how everybody should do it. No, it's not for everybody. It is for a specific person. And you know, there are people who would consider living in a house or an apartment a lot better than van life, and in some aspects it is. There are pros and cons to any lifestyle you choose. Am I happy right now, right this moment, or this past year? Yes. Am I happier than I was prior to me starting van life? I am happier now. Yes, I have stresses, and yes, I'm stressed out, and there's times where I feel sad, and there's times where I miss certain aspects of living in a house or an apartment. Yes, of course. But overall, my true happiness, my fulfillment is a lot better now. I feel way more fulfilled with my life and happier with my life than I did before. There are people who will be more fulfilled living in a house and having a schedule and having that stability. But for me, that's not it. For me, the unknown and some of the stresses, the adventure aspect of it, that's what makes me happy. I can't say the same for all the van dwellers out there, because I just don't know. I don't know them, and I don't know how they got into this lifestyle and the reasons behind it, but I can only speak for myself. And for me, I am happy, and I am a lot happier. And I know if tomorrow I were to go back to the normal, regular lifestyle of living in an apartment and working 9 to 5, I wouldn't be as happy. I would feel like I'm in the box of some sorts. I wouldn't feel as creative. I wouldn't feel as free. I just wouldn't be as happy. For me, personally, time is the most valuable thing out there. You never know how much time you have. For all I know, I can die tomorrow, right? I don't want to spend my time doing things that don't make me happy just so later in life, in 10, 20, 30 years, I can actually start doing them. My mom passed away when I was younger, and she was only 40 years old, and she spent her life wishing and thinking about later in life where she doesn't have to work so she can do the things that she loves the most, and she didn't get to do them. And I remember the day before she died, me and my dad and my brother and my grandparents were there in the hospital with her, and we were talking about things. We were talking about life and adventuring and traveling. And I remember one thing she specifically said before we left the hospital, and she said that, I wish I had more time. I wish I did the things that I truly loved instead of focusing on the things that people should be doing or the society tells us to do. And the line that it really stuck out to me, I wish I had more time. We don't know how much time we'll have left. So for me, it makes more sense to do the things that I love the most right now versus saving them for later. There are people who, want to have a house and they want to live in a house and have the steady job, and that's what makes them happy. And if they were to die tomorrow, the next day, they would be happy and fulfilled. And that's great and that's amazing. And I'm not trying to take away from that. But for me personally, that doesn't make me happy. So this makes me happy. This van life makes me happy. Living in the van and traveling around and getting to places like this and meeting new people, that's what makes me happy. So yes, I am very, very happy right now. I live within my needs. I have everything I ever need, and I don't need anything more than that. All I need is the things that I already have in my van that I own, and time, and doing the things that I enjoy the most. And as long as I have that, then I will be happy. At the end of the day, I can't say that all van dwellers are happy, but I know I am. And who cares anyways? Why do some people care so much about what other people choose to do with their lives? Especially people you don't know. If people want to live in their vans and share their adventures on YouTube, so be it. It's their life, and they're just doing what they want to do and what brings them joy. What others choose to do with their lives shouldn't and doesn't affect you. Just focus on yourself, your life, your happiness, and do what makes you happy. Like Jed says, live your own life.